The Soviet Union, i.e., present-day Russia, was far ahead of all other countries in developing new technologies during the war. Especially for the army, the scientists of the Soviet Union would invent vehicles, weapons, and technologies that would make the rest of the country dizzy. Today we are going to look at the inventions made during the war. After seeing these, you will think that Russia of that time was far ahead of modern technology. So let's get started. Mendeleev tank. Although tank designs have changed a lot over the years, but this Russian tank looks like a showbox. This tank was designed in 1911 in the then Soviet Union. 42 feet long and 32 feet wide, this tank looked like a shoebox. It could carry 8 soldiers at a time. Also a gun of 120 millimeters. Even a machine gun was attached to the top of the tank. The most remarkable thing about the tank was that it could move easily on any road up or down. Even the wheels were designed in such a way that it could run over any railway line. But the biggest drawback was the weight of the tank, where most tanks weigh 60 tons. This one was 173 tons. The tank was very slow and difficult to drive. Moreover, the cost of making it was very high. And that is why this project did not see the light of day. Project GDP-6. This helicopter was designed in 1960. It uses 6 fans. The helicopter was designed keeping heavy objects in mind. Its length was 160 feet and width was 20 feet. It was a blessing. It uses 6 fans, 12 of which will drive a total of 24 turbo engines. These blades will rotate against each other to keep the helicopter steady in the sky. But looking at its stall shape, it looked like nothing more than a flying brick, although it could carry more than 50 tons of cargo. It was even capable of transporting soldiers or planes by changing its internal shape. That is, like a flying ship in the Marvel movie. But due to some special reasons, this too does not see the light of day. Big aircraft carrier. Robert Bartini was a renowned aircraft designer and scientist. He has designed many amazing aircraft, and he also designed this aircraft. This wing effect refers to aircraft whose wings are designed in a particular way, so that the aircraft can land very close to the water. That is, like floating in the air a little above the water. It will give an aircraft the speed of flight like a ship. Bartini was designed as a 5,000 tons aircraft. Even where modern aircraft have a top speed of 56 kilometers per hour, it has been clocked at around 500 kilometers per hour. This aircraft would have put Russia far ahead on the battlefield, but unfortunately Bartini died in 1974 after designing it. Meanwhile, the Soviet Union also collapsed today. As a result, WIG aircraft never saw the light of day. The Sveno project. After the First World War in 1930, the Soviet Union realized that the air would be one of the means of warfare in the future. So they started experimenting with different fighter aircraft designs. But this Soviet-designed aircraft looks like a circus. This project, known as Chain Lean, creates a bomber, which is a boy capable of taking down a few small fighter planes instead of bombers. This was one of the reasons for attacking with fighter planes over long distances, because bombers could go farther on less fuel than fighter planes. Small planes were attached to bombers while in the sky, and each bomber was capable of carrying 5 fighter planes. Although these bombs were used in World War II, but later it was no longer used. Mi-32, where the 2-bladed helicopter design was a breakthrough in the 1960s, a 3-bladed helicopter design would probably be considered madness by most people today. But in 1882 the Soviet Union came up with the triangular Mi-32 design, which was basically a helicopter with 3 blades. It was designed to transport a lot of heavy equipment. An object was tied in the middle with 3 ropes on the 3 sides of the helicopter. turbo engines were used to drive the fans. All in all, the helicopter was supposed to have 60,000 horsepower. It had a range of 745 miles and a top speed of 225 kilometers per hour. But for some reason this too does not see the light of day. As a result, the Mi-32 remained an idea. The Mi-10, it was used by the Soviet Union when it needed to transport heavy objects. It looked a bit like a helicopter and a spider. This helicopter was designed in 1950 for transporting heavy cargo, which at that time could not match the largest helicopter Mi-6. Its lightweight structure enables it to carry up to 15 tons. At a height of 30 feet, it could carry everything from small cars to trucks, buses, even houses and other places. It was very famous at that time, although the Mi-10 was not used much later. But in 1960 its 55 units were built, some of which were used till 2013. The 2B1 Aka. The bigger, the better. The Soviet Union wholeheartedly believed in 2B1 Aka. This model was designed in 1957. When does the Battle of Nerves begin? The Soviet Union created it after seeing the horrors of war. The OK had a muzzle length of about 65 feet and was capable of firing 420mm shells at targets 45 kilometers away. But its big mouth also caused problems, because Aka could only shoot once in 5 minutes. When fired, the impact was so strong that the entire city would shake. Fortunately, it stays till the experiment. Friends, that's it for today's video. Like and subscribe if you like the video. May you be a member of our family. Have a nice day.